Impressive performance today from St. Kitts and Nevis here on the final day of the group stage in League B. And the team in red and the team in yellow, the British Virgin Islands, not points coming into this encounter between these two Caribbean nations, separated by 140 miles of sea. Right from the jump, it was St. Kitts and Nevis on the front foot. Trevin Stevens and the BVI backline forced to scramble one away in the opening 90 seconds. 11 minutes in, though, St. Kitts and Nevis would find pay dirt. A lovely ball across from Adondre Eddy, finished by Isaiah Bradshaw. That would end 1-0 to the Sugar Boys. It wouldn't be long and they would add a second. Joshua Nias striking the arm of Carlin Stewart, not for the first time that Stewart would be involved. That would send Eddy to the penalty spot. He would not miss from there. The first of 3 for Adondre Eddy. 2-0 at that point in the 23rd minute. St. Kitts and Nevis would search for a third before the half. A couple of decent chances. One from Eddy, one from Bradshaw. The British Virgin Islands defense doing just enough to keep them at bay. Isaiah Tennell Palmer that time also testing Trevin Stevens. And Eddy a part of so much good today, creating another chance for Bradshaw, denied by Stevens on this occasion. In the second half, the British Virgin Islands had a couple of decent looks. Stevens with some long goal kicks that got their offense sparking, but on the other ends, Joshua Nias able to finish from the penalty spot in the 49th minute. That was after Trevin Stevens had taken down Isaiah Tennell Palmer, and this was the incident that saw red for Carlin Stewart, knocking over Eddy with no one in front of him. That sent the British Virgin Islands down to 10 men. And St. Kitts and Nevis would take advantage. The ensuing free kick from Eddy stopped by Stevens, who did have a good game, made some big saves, certainly. He could not stop this, though. Adondre Eddy weaving through traffic and finishing with the toe poke for his third of the day. The hat trick plus the assist. Jarnell Wilkinson, a lovely goal here as well. Actually, this was a good attempt by Wilkinson. He would score a little later on. Another good save by Stevens, a quick reaction save. And it was 4-0, 5-0 at this point now. St. Kitts and Nevis taking advantage of their numerical advantage. This was the hat trick from Eddy, again, his third of the day. That came in the 67th minute. And then just 2 minutes later, it was Jarnell Wilkinson, after no assault was yellow carded for this pullback, who would make it 6. Big occasion today to see out Group F in League B. The Dominican Republic and Guatemala both equal on 6 points after a pair of wins earlier in the week to open up the tournament. Both teams came in feeling like a win would be important. You'd want to win, you'd want to top the group, even if advancement had already been secured for both. Guatemala had the superior goal difference. They knew a draw would do. They were on the front foot early. A lot of half chances that went by the wayside. They tried their best to test David Rosario in goal. Again, this DR side, which had not conceded a goal the entire tournament, didn't look like conceding today either, and they would not in the end. Rosario, good composed keeping throughout. Pretty good chance here off the half volley from Adrian Castillo. Unable to get the correct clearance or the correct touch on the ball. A little later, Jorge Yol with a good chance. Rosario, the best save of the day. At the other end, the Dominican Republic's best chances came in transition. They tried to spring a couple of quick counterattacks against this Guatemalan backline. Nicholas Merida, though, and company doing their best to keep DR away from goal. And as the first half went on, both teams battled. There were a few more altercations in the second half as a couple of players were carded. And one of them, Adrian Castillo, there on that difficult challenge to Iker Nunez. The DR did have the better of the chances in the second half. A lot of good coming from Camille Castillo. Another card there, as you saw, shown to Maxime Kurlgal. this was the moment that the Dominican Republic thought they had taken the lead. Iker Nunez scoring off the free kick courtesy of Axel Unvoas. A push in the back, though, from Jose Mejia caused it to be ruled out. Derek Alvarado, who does have 2 goals in this tournament, nearly scored just moments after coming onto the pitch. Good effort that time as he was going to ground, just missing the far post. Both sides pushed. Unvoas there picking up a yellow. There weren't really any golden chances the rest of the way. Mejia taking that ball right off the face. Again, Jose Mejia with 5 goals throughout this tournament. Camille Castillo, this was the most dangerous moment late. This was in stoppage time. A confident punch by Merida coming out to knock that one away from danger. That was